Dr. Castleberry here with our video syllabus series for COMM4513, Rhetoric, Persuasion, and Argumentation. I had to think about that for just a second. And I want to talk to us about what video discussion looks like in this course. If you've been in the communication degree program for very long, you're familiar with our adoption of video discussion as a way around simply typing everything we do in our online courses. Now, typing is a great habit to improve at. Last I looked, many jobs, a great number of jobs require us to type out our thoughts. Increasingly, we can voice dictate thoughts, but we have to be very careful with that because depending on what dictation software we use, or what accent we speak with, right? It's imperfect, and we want to be grammatically sound in our writing, just as we want to sound effective and persuasive and appropriate in our video works. But we're giving some of the typing motion a break because there are a couple of essays in this class. We want to save your typing fingers for that. And in the video discussions, we'd have our instructor present a question of the week, and then you all would produce a video recorded response. And then each other can kind of type out or record video or audio responses to one another, peer responses. Well, when we have what we call simply a title for the exercise, role reversal pedagogy, what we're asking students to do is become instructor for the week, all right? On the topic of the readings. And so we're asking you all to draw upon the readings, and you're coming up with the prompt of the week, each person, in fact. And so it gives us a chance to hear from you, see you, and then celebrate each other's ideas. Like, how are things impacting us? So that implies you would have in your response a prompt, that is a question that you would ask. Not a closed-ended question either, not a rhetorical question, even though rhetoric's in the title of the course. The kind of question that would stimulate actual response and discussion from us. So that's what you're doing each week, is you're trying to come up with a thoughtful, engaging question for us. It's not just pulling it out of left field, like, oh, what was your most interesting dream you had? Oh, what's your favorite snow cone you've ever sampled? No, these are course related. Each week we have outlined for us educational objectives that we're aimed at. The readings are pointing in that direction, and so the readings are that great starting place to say, what is on your mind from the materials this week that you want to ask? And again, sometimes it might be a question you don't know the answer to, and sometimes it might be a question that you've put a lot of thought into and you feel like you've got a strong take on this subject, but perhaps you want to hold back on the full take, let us respond quite a bit, and then you could maybe come in at the end in your responses to us, see how that's dialogue producing, and you could give us more of that full response. So that's what role reversal pedagogy is. It's you being able to put the instructor hat on, professor for a day, and pose a question that you'll post to the discussion section. We love and encourage you to use Canvas Studio to do so. It should be a quick, convenient way to upload, to record videos right within the software and not have to do a bunch of upload downloads. But if you want to push yourself, or if you prefer the format elsewhere, like YouTube, for example, you can use YouTube or YouTube Shorts if that suits your purpose, right? And some folks appreciate having the access to be able to use outside platforms like that. But if you do use YouTube, don't just put a link in. We ask that you go to the trouble of going through the steps to embed your video into Canvas so that we can see it. Just immediately click and start the video right there. and then be on our way to providing our own responses. And be sure, folks, to invest some front end time each week reading. And I know it's the hard days of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's usually a lot going on professionally, maybe personally, family commitments, church commitments, what have you. But make some time for reading so that you can already be thinking about themes and ideas and terms and whatnot in the course, so that you can help drive some conversation with your video post. Thank you for listening, and I'm looking forward to your video discussion posts and prompts in this class.